The mountains just keep getting better and better. In case you missed it, the second mob for this year's mob vote was just announced, and it's called the Iceologer, a new hostile mob stationed in the cold peaks of the mountains, ready to attack with airborne ice. Ooh, sounds chilling. In order to understand how amazing a mob like the Iceologer could be for Minecraft, my team and I have recreated it so that we can take an early look at how it may function. So, my name is System Z and this is the Iceologer. If you enjoy the video, consider subscribing. It's completely free and you can unsubscribe at any time. So, where do we begin? The Iceologer is a new magic-wielding hostile mob and a member of the Illager family found guarding the peaks of mountains from loot-seeking players. They are very mysterious and potentially just as dangerous. Fortunately, this mob was featured in the Creeping Winter DLC for Minecraft Dungeons, so we had a good example to base it off of. So, that being said, let's take a closer look. Show me the Iceologer! Oh, yeah, we're gonna need a mountain for that one. Whew. Mountains, man. Cardio! Whew. You know, I really hope if they update mountains, they add grappling hooks. Oh, hey, there we go. Well, that worked nicely. All right, Iceologer, my friend, how are you doing? I have trekked so far and... Wait, what are you doing? We're friends, right? Oh, all right, my friends, enough goofing around. We came here to look at the Iceologer, and we're not gonna let him boss us around. As you can see, this is the Iceologer, and it has a couple of attacks. One of them, as you see, just shot a cloud of frostbite, and now we're frozen. As you can see, frostbite, we can't move, and that means more than likely we will be crushed by the ice chunks. Now, I know what you may be thinking, there is a lot going on there. Can we kind of take that a little slower? Let me get into creative mode. No. There we go. That's a little bit better. Maybe this time we can actually survive. All right, so what we're gonna do is, well, not that. We are going to go ahead and summon the Iceologer. And before we summon a villager, let's just kind of take a look at exactly how this guy looks. As you can see, it is very similar to the Evoker. Same shape. I mean, after all, this is an Illager, member of the Illager family, and probably a powerful one at that. It's got a beautiful cape, and one of the rare creatures with a cape, because at the end of the day, we can't have capes. I mean, come on, Alright, sorry, let me compose myself. And now, as you can see, we can go ahead and summon in a villager. Once again, that summons the ice chunks. Now, this frozen attack, if you're unlucky, will keep you in place. Unfortunately, the villagers aren't quite smart enough, so as you can see, it just doesn't really work out the best for them. So why don't we just go ahead and summon in a lot and see how this looks? Because it could get really chaotic and honestly pretty sad at the same time. The Iceologer would be a very unique mob and honestly a pretty difficult one. This gives me terrible flashbacks back to when we voted in the Phantom. We all remember exactly how that went. So maybe we should think twice before we introduce the Iceologer. Unless it gets even cooler than this. There is a lot happening behind me. Now, if you are familiar with Minecraft Dungeons, then there's a good chance that you've actually come across an Iceologer before. Unfortunately, this one has multiple attacks, so it is a little bit more difficult than your typical Iceologer. That definitely did not feel the best, but as you can see, it just dropped a new item, which is actually also in Minecraft Dungeons. This, my friend, is the Ice Wand. Now, unfortunately, there is no guarantee that we would get an item like this in the game, but I mean, come on, it looks awesome, and you could probably guess exactly what an item this cool would add to the game. Are you upset because villagers won't let you trade? Not to fear, you could summon your very own ice chunk right above their head. Congratulations, villager, you just got a pet ice chunk. There we go, and just like that, it should now offer you trades. No, they're definitely a little bit more mad than they were before. Come back, village! Also, make sure you don't do that when Iron Golem's around, because otherwise you'll have to deal with them too. Luckily, the Ice Wand can deal with it for us, and we can spam it! And it's honestly even more entertaining, unless there's trees in the way. Come on, buddy. What do you- Oh! Okay. Well, I forgot I spawned these guys here. Uh-oh! No! Are you annoyed because the fish just isn't taking your bait? I mean, after all, I am getting a little hungry, and you know what happens when I get hungry. Well, it's a good thing we've got the ice wand, because after all, it does work on fish. And it's honestly pretty entertaining. I mean, just look at that thing following him around. Enough playing around. I think it's time we see who would win in a fight versus the Iron Golem. Oh. Wow. Well, that wasn't as good as I thought. Good job, buddy. But can you face the wrath of me? Probably. Yeah, probably. It actually is a pretty good way to take him out. I mean, it does quite a bit of damage. As you can see, I mean, it really would just take about 5 hits, and after all, it allows you to be far enough away. This is probably a pretty good way to take out mobs. But, you know, I'm just not that good with it. I'm no pros. You didn't see anything. I think there's only one way we can really test this out. I mean, after all, there is only one true guardian of the mountains, and that is the Snow Golem. After all, they both deal with ice. Let's just see who would win in an all-out war. Oh snap, it started. Now honestly, my bets are with the Iceologer because, I mean, let's just face it, they're pretty yeah, this was definitely, wow. They really took the victory here if you ask me. Wow, that's a lot of damage. By the way, yes, these are miniature versions of Dwayne the Pet Rock. Look, I can't tell you all of my secrets. How you doing? Everything all right? I'm sorry! Ah, perfect timing. The snow. My friends, that is the Iceologer. And as much fun as this has been, I'm not entirely sold yet as to whether or not I will be voting for this mob. Now, honestly, the Evoker does exactly what the Iceologer does. If anything, the Iceologer is just a colder version of the Evoker. Sure, the Ice Wand is cool, but we really have plenty of we have plenty of weapons in Minecraft, if you ask me. Not that more would be a bad thing. But that being said, I do have a couple of reasons as to why you may vote for the Iceologer. So, let's talk about that. So, should you vote for the Iceologer? Well, it really depends on what type of player you are. If you like a challenge and new PvP mechanics, the Iceologer is the perfect mob for you. Not only would it bring a new threat to the mountains, currently only seen by the cruel spit of the llamas, it would also introduce potentially even more magical items to the game. The Evoker, being very similar to the Iceologer, drops the Totem of Undying. So surely the Iceologer would drop something just as amazing. It would benefit adventure, the challenges of survival, and even combat. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments below if the Iceologer has your vote. Minecraft 1.17 just keeps sounding better and better, just knowing the possibilities with all of these newly announced mobs. As we lead up to October 3rd's Minecraft Live event, we're getting to know each of the mobs featured during this year's mob vote. Yesterday we covered the Moobloom, and tomorrow we'll cover the Glow Squid. So if you haven't already, consider subscribing and turning on notifications so that you don't miss out on any important news. Also, if you're a tier 2 supporting member of the channel or above, I'll be releasing the developmental version of this mod. That's gonna do it for today's video. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a thumbs up. It really helps me out. Also, let me know in the comments below which mob you like more out of the mobs you've seen so far. And of course, what your expectations are for the next big update, Minecraft 1.17. But anyways, that's gonna do it for today. My name has been SystemZ, you guys have been awesome, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.